Okay, big guy. Tell you what. Let's just you and I start fresh. Okay?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Uh-huh.
What could it mean?
I have no
Stanley
idea.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. All right. That was there before.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, fine.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I don't think I will. This is all part of a... huh. Huh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We've done that. We're doing this. I have made a command decision.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Crap.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Maybe.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
No.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
Where's the 3?
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Like?
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Ah!
Why
Holy...
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that
What?
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were
Sorta.
they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled.
Okay.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
No?
He wasn't going to lose his job. He
Good.
wasn't crazy after all.
Excellent.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yes.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to
Oh,
gently
look at that!
float
I'm
above the
flying!
ground.
Cool!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
I don't
And
know.
then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Which?
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
You're trying to confuse
And while
me.
he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How
No?
could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
No.
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
I don't...
Stanley is
don't-
as awake right now
Wait,
as
there are
he's ever
stars.
been in his life.
I
Now,
saw
hearing
stars.
the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Uh-oh.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Yeah.
How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
All right,
He
so
would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
I am
that
in
this
control.
was a dream.
I'm in control.
So he closed his eyes gently,
Okay.
and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream.
Let me wake up.
I wish it to be over.
I want to wake up.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Buttons.
Please. It's all I want.
Buttons.
I want my apartment and my wife
What?
and my job.
I have a wife?
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Wait a minute.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Yes.
I am okay.
I'm okie dokie. Uh-oh.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
What's going on?
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
What the?
And everything went black.
No. Again?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Say what?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh, damn.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Uh-huh.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Really?
Very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
She's crazy.
And then she turned and ran.
But... No, come on! Oh. So I just died. Really? And some lady just looked at me? I don't believe it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Fine. The meeting room. I go directly to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. No. I don't trust you.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I know.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yes, I do.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, it looks very nice. Very nice.
Truly a room worth admiring.
Yes.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We've done that. But as I recall, we're going to do something else.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I am not a bad person. Let's do this.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, you think so?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I think you are.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Well,
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
who?
Someone you've forgotten about.
Who?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley.
Okay.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Yeah.
She's been waiting.
Okay. Is she in here? Oh, crap. That's a very, very dark room. And she's in there. Why would she be in a dark room? That makes absolutely no sense to me. This is all backwards and reverse. It's gibberish. Something's not cooked, except for that word. Okay. Oh!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Check
To
my
reach
shorts.
out to her.
Oh.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I really don't have a choice here, do I? Okay. Huh? What happened? Hello? Whoa.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Huh?
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
What
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What the? No, 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 no.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
That
Come inside.
You are
Let me show you what's
sick,
really going on
sick
here.
bastard. I'm not going in there. I'm going to go this way.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
You. I have a few choice words I would say, but they're very ugly, and they might be shocking. Fine.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? Press 4? Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I don't really like you, Mr. Narrator. I pretty much despise you. I hate mannequins. Nope, don't like them.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Yes.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home.
Hey.
Now he's coming back to work.
When did that
One
change?
might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
But
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures.
Yes.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Did not.
Fantastic discoveries of new lands.
Nope.
It was wonderful.
It was.
And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
oh, okay. We'll see what's on the tube.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Time to... What? I can't go in there. I got the boys? Oh.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either.
Where?
At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
It matters. If this mannequin does anything bizarre, I am contacting all of my friends in high places so they can contact my friends in low places, and there's going to be a reckoning.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
Been there.
And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
Yeah, that was
and
sick.
he called it the Stanley Parable.
There's no kids here. There are 4 lights. That's some Star Trek.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I love you, mannequin wife.
But there is no answer.
Son of a...
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets.
But
the more he forgets which life is the real one.
there's no coffee stain. There's no coffee stain. There's a coffee stain supposed to be there.
And I'm trying to tell him this.
No.
In this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
What?
He won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay, but... What if I press a different button? I got this. Pressing R. Oh. Alright, nothing happened. See now, at my real office, there's a coffee stain. So, I'm not dead. Nope, don't believe it. Alright, I'm pressing M. Here we go.
You see?
Oh,
He does
damn.
not hear me. How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Give me a mirror. You're doing like really deep philosophical questions here, you know? I get you. I feel you.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
No!
Stanley pushed a button.
No!
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
Stop! No! Oh my God! No, not again! No!